This is StiltzkinKupo84 with Cat and Fam Gamer TV. Welcome to our All Shields playthrough of Final Fantasy 12. Now I'm going to go into the license grid. Actually, wait. I wanted to show you guys we got some more mischarges, some more quickenings. That was one of the prime directives, getting our licenses in shape for the Trickster fight, which is to come. We got a lot of good stuff purchased. Vaughn is going to be working toward the Pyroclasm next. Balthier is almost, well, about halfway to Tides of Fate. We got Fran is working towards this 435 HP. Bosch now has unlocked a 390 HP and a 435 HP. Ash is working towards Asuna. And Penelo is working towards a 435 HP. And then a couple of other things, like we want to make sure that she has the second shield block and this other HP 390 over here. Just some basic things. Most recent thing I purchased for everyone was the Spellbound license, as it increases the duration of status effects. So we'll be wasting less time casting things like haste and bubble, and actually spending more time enjoying those things. I've already tried and failed twice on the Antlion and Trickster battles. Those are bonus videos. Oh, hey Daniel. What's up? Yeah, we're all healthy, yeah, for the COVID lockdown. Yeah, we're good. How about you guys? Hope everything's okay over there. Well, yeah, I've already, like I said, I was gonna say that I've already failed at Antlion and Trickster twice, and I don't think that you guys want to see me do that again. So in order for us to be more ready, I'm going to show you guys the Negalmur. So the Negalmur is a rare enemy, and it shows up in the Ward of the Sword King. So we have to get to this save point in the Walk of Revelation. And there's probably going to be another rare enemy. Wow, your daughter got a pony. Do you live on a farm? Or was it like a My Little Pony? So my daughter's got a few of those in the city. Yeah, okay, so there's two Reapers over there, so we're gonna have to deal with these guys. These rare enemies only show up after Bergen has come. Let's see, is she stealing? Yeah, she's stealing. Actual pony, okay. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, under 5 acres. You know what? I'm getting taken to the cleaners over here. I'm gonna have to run.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dang. We got Waystone. Touch the device. No, just touch the device. We don't want to use the Stone of the Condemner. That would teleport us right in to the Zeramis the Condemner fight. And we don't want that. We don't want that at all. You posted a video on the Dads with Daughters page. That's sweet. Is it a video with the new pony? But yeah, so there are a couple of conditions to make Negalmur actually appear. And in order to do that, you have to first spend a half hour in the Still Shrine of Miriam dungeon. So it's 12:15 right now. So I'll say at about 12:45, I'm going to get ready to see the Negalmur. The other thing that you have to have done is you have to have killed this dark mare. This purple thing that's glowing off in the distance staring at us right now. Oh yeah. All of the Espers are different in this game. There's no Bahamut, there's no Shiva or Ifrit, so the Esper that takes Ifrit's place is actually called Belius, and the Esper that takes Shiva's place is called Medius. You might know Medius as the Emperor from Final Fantasy II, or you might not. I mean, that's a relatively unpopular game out of the series, lesser known. So, a lot of these summons that we get are actually end boss bad guys from other Final Fantasies, and some of them are from the group of Lucavi, who are the end bosses in the Final Fantasy Tactics game from way back, around Final Fantasy VII time of release. Which leads to an interesting question. Now that we've gotten the first two Espers in the storyline, and we've equipped them to our people, is this something we should actually be doing? Because all of these Lucavi are... yeah, Ivalice, yeah, they maintain good continuity. But, you know, the point is, are these people adventuring in vain? Like, that's my biggest question about the entire adventure of Final Fantasy XII, because they're searching for more power, and they're getting more power, yes, but it comes at the expense of allying themselves with summon monsters, summon creatures who will end up being the main monsters in the future. Many have said that Final Fantasy XII is actually a deep past, same world version of Final Fantasy Tactics. So in Tactics, if you remember, there was all of these allusions to ancient cities, like Machine City Goog, who, you know, these ancient cities had all of this technology, and then for some reason they you know, came upon ruin, and they were laid waste. And it actually fits. You know, if you use a little imagination, it's not too much of a stretch to just imagine that these players from Final Fantasy XII actually went back and awakened a whole bunch of Espers and didn't really know which side they were on. And the Espers, yes, they helped them achieve their goals in the world, but perhaps took over their hosts. Now, it's sort of like a tragedy, because you junction yourself with an Esper, and then the Esper just controls you and uses your body and transforms it and ends up bringing a blight upon the world. And then people in the Tactics era end up saying, oh yeah, that was the great city, that was the great machine city, and there was a golden time of prosperity. Not anymore. So it's sort of interesting to play this, and that's nowhere in the game do they say that, but this is fan commentary online. Some of it, I guess I should say I don't know how much of it has been confirmed by the creators, but certainly awesome theories. Yeah. So I like to think about it when I'm doing this. I've actually thought of doing a Zero Espers run just to see, is it possible for me to get through this game without aligning myself with some potentially very evil deities. Yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics has reference to Baron, and yeah, that would link Zeramis. Also, there's also references to what was that game? Vanadil. There's I own this game too, and I'm blanking on what the name of it is. It's an old PS1 game. Vagrant Story. There's actually a Vagrant Story and Tactics have references to each other. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And so there's actually references to Vagrant Story in Final Fantasy 12 as well. Leomund, there's a... Oh yeah, the city Leomund. There's a Leomund N-Tite in this game, and it's in the Badlands, in the Nebrius Deadlands surrounding the Necrol of Nabudis. And we haven't actually seen that content or that gameplay in my walkthrough yet. Actually, we just got done unlocking it with the culmination of the end of that Judge Bergen boss fight that just happened. So that's a place we can go. I'm still trying to decide if we actually will go there or not, because for the sake of the playthrough, I definitely want to have story episodes stay ahead of bonus episodes in number. And we're at something like 22 or 23 story episodes right now, and like 18 bonus episodes. And I think what I'm shooting here, this will be a bonus episode too. Oh yeah, I forgot to say this at the beginning of the video, but I went back and I renumbered all of the episodes in the series. So if you are scratching your head because you were like, I thought we were on like episode 40 or something. Yeah, we were. There's still 40 episodes worth of content on the playlist, but I went back and made sure I changed because I wanted to be able to have given a distinction for some people who are just specifically watching to get storyline, and they don't want to deal with all the bonus videos and they just want to get a storyline playthrough. It's perfectly possible for you to do that right now, the way I've went back and renumbered some of the episodes. So, but yeah, so that's what I mean when I say I want to keep the storyline episodes ahead of the bonus episodes. I want to have more story episodes than bonus. And if we do go into the Nebrius Deadlands right now, or the Necrol of Nabudis, it's going to be super impossible to keep the bonus episodes fewer in number than the storyline episodes. So at least until, I would say, our first entry into Belfenheim, I'm definitely going to go story canon. Maybe not all the way, but heavily story leaning episodes. Because at Belfenheim we get most of the story. I think we get our final guest character. If it's not on the first trip to Belfenheim, then it's on the second. We get a story character there, a guest character, and then not only that, but we get the Aras, the Aga spells, yeah, Fear Aga, Blizz Aga, Thundaga. So that's waiting for us in Belfenheim, and there's actually a really good a field where you can grind. You can use the zoning trick to get like a lot of item pots and everything. So that's just right for exploitation, and it's a perfect spot in the story to sit and grind out items, grind out LP and all that. And then from there, I suppose we could go to the Nibristad lands and the Necrolin Abadis, and I mean, there are so many optional espers that we can go get right now. In fact, the road to Zeramis is laid open. It's just the fact that we have not a prayer of a chance in the world of being able to defeat him right now. So, in order to power up my party, sort of, we're doing the Negalmur fight. And this fight is pretty famous in that people use it to bulk up their parties if, you know, they're low on XP. Oh, you know what? I don't want these guys yet. I want them sort of right when the Negalmur is about to show up. I want to bring them out. But we're gonna have our dudes beat on the Negalmur. And actually not himself, but his minions. So this rare monster has something called necromancy, and it's a skill that it uses like every third round or something, and it's basically summoning some zombies up, and these zombies are no more than 3,000 HP. So we've got we basically got to get all our girls just well, no, it'll be the guys, it'll be the male lineup. We're gonna have them beat on these zombies for a while, and we've got gambits set in place that are on the guys that sort of make it so that the game can actually play itself for hours. Now, at the end of this hour-long video, I'm just assuming that'll be the end of this video, and I'll probably give my outro after having shown you guys maybe about 20 minutes of the Negalmur fight, and how you can keep your main character from dying, because the whole trick to letting this fight run itself on auto is that you have to set up your gambits in such a way as your main character doesn't die. And if your main character does die, they get restored quick enough that the game never pauses. If there's anything more than, like, say, a split second that your main character is KO'd, then it will pause and it will shut down, and then you've hung your game. And so we want all of the gambits to be basically set up to where I think Vaughn is going to be our main guy, the one who we're in control of. And so we have to do things like put decoy on our two secondaries so that people go after them, or so that zombies, rather, go after those guys instead of Vaughn. And then, you know, we'll have cure gambits in place, we'll have raise gambits in place, we'll have remedy and Asuna gambits in place, and then we'll also have attack gambits in place to make sure that all of the weakest enemies get fought first so that the Negalmur is not touched. And it's pretty interesting. I mean, it took me... Well, I went shopping. So I did some shopping, I got some bizarre items, I sold a bunch of loot and a bunch of old equipment, and stuff like that. And then I did license point buying, and then I did gambit setup for this fight specifically. And I did that on the male party. So I completely redid Von, Bosch, and Balthier for this fight specifically. I left the girls the way they are because, you know, I need somebody to rush up in there with. And that whole segment of me playing last night, while off camera, that was about somewhere between 2 and 2.5 hours that I put into just shopping, license point buying, and gambit customization. So there's been a lot a lot of effort put into this strategy, and this is not stuff that I figured out myself. I completely kneel before, you know, the people online who have already figured this stuff out. I should have probably got the names of some of these people, but like, I looked at the wiki, the Final Fantasy wiki. I think I looked at GameFAQs question thread, and, you know, because there was, you know, having trouble spawning Negalmur, stuff like that. So these two, the Gigases that we just dropped, those guys are routine culprits, because if there's any other monsters that are alive and around and moving in this section, then the Negalmur won't spawn. So they say that if you have waited a half hour, which we have not yet, we're only 22 minutes into the video, and actually, more correctly, we're only 15 minutes from when I had said, okay, we're here now and we're setting up camp. So we're about halfway through the wait, and we can go anywhere in the Still Shrine. If we zone out, it's not going to be bad for us. But when we zone out, we're giving enemies a chance to spawn, and we don't want those to appear and prevent the Negalmur from spawning. Because we've waited quite a while for this, and you know, time is of the essence. So I'm going to go ahead and save, because we've waited about 15 minutes, and at the very least, if I get game overed, I will have banked all of this LP. It will be saved, and I won't have to regain it. But yeah, so we're just walking around the Still Shrine of Miriam in total, and this room here specifically, to make sure that we're killing everything that even tries to spawn here. And I've got to be more thorough down the southern part of this passage here, just to make sure. Actually, this is where they tell you to set up shop also, because there's an ancient door here. So it's not like it's a light curtain where you could zone out by your people walking through the light curtain on auto, on accident. Because I've heard that happens. This section here, where there's the false wall, you don't want to walk through that light curtain either, so you don't really want to be anywhere around here, because the Negalmur spawns in this T-junction here, right where the two hallways meet. Now, I have in past, I've set up in here, this room right in the north, and I haven't really had any problems with people on auto being able to just walk out of this room. But some people like to be able to go by that door over there. You definitely don't want to be on this side of the hallway because look, there's another light curtain. So, I guess statistically, it's safer to be all the way on the southern edge of this whole room here. You're certainly not going to find the Negalmur down here, but you can probably retreat, and you know, when you retreat, that stops your gambits, and then he'll follow you, so you're kiting. It's possible for you to kite him over here with all of his various minions. But yeah, either way, if you want to go to the extreme north or the extreme south, just probably try to stay away from the middle. Now, if we do go in this side hall here, we can find a bunch of oilings. Those flame plans. And killing those is not required to get the Negalmur to spawn, because after all, they are in a completely different zone here. But it is a good waste of time, and it keeps us near to where we have to be. And we've only zoned one cell away, so if we do, oh crap, we got Ash confused here. But yeah, we're right by the area that we have to clean out, so if we do have to go right back in, it's not like the whole stage will be reset. You know, that they won't auto spawn back all of the monsters as if it was a brand new area. Now they will if we go up these stairs and trip this light curtain all the way up at the top. That will most likely reset all of the bad guys in the previous area, like fresh. But just for right now, we're not finding a whole bunch of oilings. They made this sound like this would be something we could do for quite a while. And it wasn't that much of a time waster, for me to be perfectly honest. But anyhow, now we have time to take a couple more strolls around here. Make sure we got all these enemies still nuked, which we do. And we're about 7 minutes away from the point when Negalmur should spawn. We're probably even less than that. We're probably about 5 or 6 minutes away, but 7 is a conservative estimate. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably stand right about here, right where the dark mare sort of shows up and looks at us. We'll be looking at the Negalmur when he spawns in. We'll be his dark mare. Only I'm sure that we'll put up a much better fight. But from here we should be able to see if he does show up, and then we'll be able to run in, entice him to come this way. And then we'll be able to pull out the boys. Actually, we'll probably pull out the boys before we try to kite him, because I don't really want anything to happen to the girls. Like, he cast the Doom status, and I don't want like him to cast Doom on them and then have us switch them out, only to have the 3 guys drop and then, you know, have Doom cast on one of our girls. That would be bad. So we're just gonna change the whole lineup once we see the Negalmur spawn. That's actually not far away, time-wise. But yeah, I figured, you know, we're level 22, 23, 23 on the dudes, and we're level 39 and 40 on our girls. So the guys have been way behind, and I definitely want to kill the trickster before we go any farther in the game, because once we do that, we'll be able to turn in 3 legendary items to the bazaar so we can buy the canopic urn. And that will allow arcanas to drop from all kinds of monsters. We definitely want all kinds of monsters to be dropping arcana for the rest of the game. So I'm willing to produce a bonus episode here, hold up the story progress so that we can get our dudes up to the same level with us, with our girls, I should say, and I'll probably stop them at level 41, just to leave them like a toe ahead of the ladies. Level 40, by the way, is the level that you want to be when you first think about fighting Vayne, the end boss. That's the first time your party is viable to fight the end boss, and that's still nowhere close to what level they have to be in order to be viable to try to fight some of the final bosses and espers and optional bosses in the game. So 40 is like a good 40 to 50 is a good spread of people to have for end game content. I've been through the Subterra before, and I'm sure that other people who have also been through there would highly agree with me when I say that you don't want to just be level 40 going through there. You can, but it's hard and it's a brutal slog, and you really want to be quite a bit higher level to make it easy on yourself. Unless, of course, the entire point of your game is to make it harder. In which case, we've already made our game quite a bit harder by forsaking two-handed weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and cure myself here. I wonder if we got a gambit. We can get a good gambit for regen. Got haste and bubble. Yeah, there we go, regen. Yeah, Ash has regen and Curaga now. And that is due to her license that we picked up. The Medius. I gave her Medius, and now she has Curaga and regen, and she has, oh look, one more LP to go before she can purchase Asuna. How about that? And Fran, well, she's not as close to the 435. But yeah, we're in this to get our dudes caught up. We're in this for the LP. All 6 will get LP from this. And I'm just actually waiting for the Negalmur right now. Like, he should be showing up any minute here. But he's not. And I have to wonder if it's due to the fact that I've paused a couple times. Or what? See, online, they assure me that oh, you know what? I probably have to leave the zone and then come back in. That's probably what has to happen. So I'm going to leave the zone, come back in, and we'll see if the Negalmur has spawned. Get the dudes out, just in case his game is to sneak attack us. Yep, just like I thought. We're gonna flee now. We're gonna come this way. Now we've got lure. Come this way a little more, Negalmur. Alright, we need these dudes. Come here, zombie dude. Yes, please summon your undead. Now we've got Balthier and Von stealing, and Bosch is just sort of attacking. He's got a gambit on that is... Oh, you know what? Let me show you his gambits. I'm not sure I really did. Oh, so we got Remedy, Vox, Raze, Curaga, Asuna. We've got an attack less than 2,000 because we want for Bosch to get his hit in. Now he's got a faux party leader's target gambit on, so whoever the party leader is stealing from, our party leader is Von, he'll be attacking whoever the party leader is stealing from. His hits probably will put the zombie down below 2,000, at which point our 2 secondary attackers will also join in the fight. And Balthier has a HP less than 1,000 just to add more precision to the fight, along with Bosch. So they've got more precise gambits going for them. Balthier doesn't have any magic, so he's got the new Kai Sand for Confuse, he's got the Echo Herbs for Vox, and he's got a Phoenix down. And I have an Ether set up to where if he needs it, he'll have it. We also don't have haste with this formation, and we don't have bubble either. So our 3 ladies would be way more capable to fight these guys than what we have here. I think we ought to get rid of this Steel Gambit on Balthier. And we might as well just get rid of the Steel Gambit on Von too. I hadn't counted on stone being an issue here. Gold Needle is a terrible status effect that we don't want. I may try to find a way to put that in somewhere. Let's go ahead and put Bosch. We'll switch him to... actually, we'll switch this Gambit here to a 3000, because these enemies do actually have over 2000 HP, and so if you don't have anybody stealing from them, then that could cause the entire party to just stop working. Which we don't want. The whole idea behind this fight is to be able to keep a solid rotation as quickly as possible. Let's see. I guess we want a gold needle way more than we want ethers. Okay, so we're gonna have ally status Doom. Ally status Doom on that remedy. We don't really want Von to give up a remedy for anything else other than Doom. Doom is the thing that we're worried about getting casted on Von. Now we have Balthier. He has a Gambit. A Charge Gambit. And I kind of want to put that ahead of the Attack Gambit he has. We got our first level up. So it's working, guys. You can see we're just having Von run around, and I'm only doing that to get his MP to go a little better. I mean, he'll walk around. If we just leave him to do as he will, I mean, he might walk a little bit while he's casting magics or whatever during his charge. See, I mean, I'm not moving him now, and he's just sort of auto-moving. But I mean, I'm not doing anything else right now. You know, both the kids are asleep, and I'm just kind of here doing this anyway. On the guide online, it says that if you have this set up, you can just leave it sit, and you know it'll play itself, and you can actually turn the TV off and walk away. And on the PS4 version, as long as you have the controller plugged in via a cord, and you turn the power save option off on your system, then if those two things are in place, you won't run the risk of having the PS4 turn itself off automatically while you're not paying attention. And this setup is literally designed for you to just be able to sit down and walk away and everything. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to watch over it. Just because I want to get these sweet drops when the zombies die, and I want to make sure that nothing goes wrong. I kind of want these guys to charge more often. So I think I'm going to have the self-MP charge above attack for Vaughn here. I was worried that we'd be less powerful than we are. I was worried that our levels would be too low and that we wouldn't get these zombies dead fast enough. Because there's a max of the Negalmur plus 4 zombies that could be summoned at once to rain wrath down upon us, and a 5 to 3 odds is not very good. But as you're seeing, we're actually killing these zombies pretty quickly after they come out. So we're at a 3 to 1 odds or a 3 to 2 odds with this Negalmur most of the time. So I feel like I can cool it on the attacks a little bit, as long as we got a steady stream of zombies being summoned and desummoned, we'll call it. I definitely want the charges to get, I want the characters to be able to charge before they think about attacking, because I want to have the MP to put on like the decoys that we need, and decoy is the main thing, but like the curative gambits, you know, just party maintenance stuff basically. HP cures and status cures. We don't want to run out of MP totally. Now, how's our inventory doing as far as remedies? We're still at 87 because I bought a bunch of those. I stocked up on remedies. I stocked up on... actually, I did not stock up on antidotes. That was just naturally at 78. I think I bought a few Phoenix Downs, like maybe 30. I bought darn near 50 remedies. I bought a bunch of new Kai Sand, and I didn't think that gold needle was going to be such a factor, so I didn't really buy gold needles. I kind of wish I had. But I think I was thinking about it too. I think I was just about to buy them, and I thought, well, the guide would have said something if I needed to buy the gold needles. I might have been a little overzealous in what I did buy. It's just better safe than sorry, you know? So this is how we level up. We're everybody's gained a level already, and this could take hours to get them to level. What was I saying? We were gonna level 41, I think, is what I wanted to get to. So this will run pretty much most of the night. They said that you can complete level 1 through 99 on a party all in one night. If you want to, go to bed and wake up and figure out what your progress is, you can get to level 99 on a party in one night. And then you can, just change to your second party and then leave it run for another 12 hours and get another level 99 party. We're not going to do that. So I'm hoping just to get like 10 levels out of these guys. I'm hoping it'll only take about 4 to 6 hours. But eventually I will feel just at a whole different power level with anything that's here. Again, these guys are kicking us around a little bit. Balthier is dangerously low. He's got... he had about 55% HP there for a minute. So I still feel like these guys are sort of fragile. I think in about 4 more levels that'll probably cease being the case. Okay, so let's see. Fran, we've got enough for her, 435 HP. Go, Fran. And then Ash, we've got enough for her to buy Asuna, which is just a top tier gambit any way you look at it. Penelo, do you have enough for your you don't have enough for 435 HP. What you do have is shield block. We'll get shield block. And let's see our guys. What do our guys need? Don't have 100 for Von's limit break. Don't. Ooh, 4 more, and we get to get Tides of Fate. Wonderful. And Bosch's HP is still quite far off. So we just downed a zombie, and we need 3 more. And we'll be able to get Balthier's Tides of Fate. By the way, it goes without saying, we're gonna have 99 of all of these drops from these zombies by the end of this. Do we have it yet? No, 1 more. 1 more zombie. Now these zombies cast Reflect on themselves often enough that you definitely don't want to be doing this with any kind of black magic spell or anything. Like, you don't even want the Shades of Black Technic. You don't want anything to be cast at these zombies, because that'll just mess your party right up. Okay, so with this done, I don't quite know what I want to spend. I guess a potion lore 2, ether lore. I guess there's some lores here that I want to get with Balthier, so that's where I'll go with his LP. Von needs 100. What does Ash need? Fuzzy Miter would not be bad at all. Soul Leader, Adrenaline, Headsman. Shield Block looks nice. I guess we could try to get Durandal and Shield Block. We could try to get these gambits out of the way. We'll probably just... I'll be getting gambits for everybody. basically. I'm going to clean up some of these, like the 15 for the swords that I don't need, the 25 and the 35 for these accessories that are sort of low power. I'm probably going to buy a bunch of like these accessories in this row just to get the other accessories to light up down here so that if I do need them and I have the LP, I'll have easy access to them. I'm going to get rid of all the gambits. I'm pretty sure all of our characters will have all of their gambits unlocked by the end of this grind. At the very least, we'll have some very high HP people who have bought their HP licenses.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a gambit for Confuse. I have a gambit for Confuse on Balthier, but I need another one. Now, the gambit I bought is on Ash, who is not in the party. I'm not using steel, so I think I can just... You know what? I wonder if Asuna gets rid of Confuse. It might tell me in the description, actually. Remove harmful status effects. Well, that's pretty vague. I guess all we have to do is wait and see if Asuna gets cast on the next person who gets confused. And really, I would say the only thing that can really kill our party at this point is if Vaughn gets annulled by the Negalmur and gets all of his MP taken away at just the right time where I guess somebody's MP is low or something. But then again, we're not getting that low of MP on our two secondaries because we have lured them both instead of just one. That helps to vary the direction of attack sometimes. I dare say we're already in God mode against this Negalmur and his minions. But we're definitely we're definitely still in a very small degree of danger. Really, a null on Vaughn is the only thing I'm worried about. And I do sort of want to keep Vaughn out of the way so that whenever he casts his Blizzaga and Viraga and Thundaga and Confuse spells that he's not getting, you know, targeted. The less targets that are affected by an enemy spell, the better, obviously. Now, Decoy being at the top of our gambit list is making it super hard for our guys to run out of MP fast enough that they won't be able to cast Decoy, because Decoy is literally the first thing to come up. The only thing that's problematic, possibly, is that Balthier has no access to Decoy, and so he has to cast it on both Bosch has to cast it on both himself and Balthier, one after the other. So that's That's less than optimized, but still you can see it's not dangerous to us at this time. Now, if one guy, for some fluke random chance, dies, and then the other's decoy runs out, and Vaughn happens to be annulled all at the same time, I guess that's your statistical astronomical chance of us getting a game over here. Bosch is now missing on decoy. I don't like that. I suppose once we get full payment on some of these licenses that I'm budgeting up and saving up for, we can start getting some of those licenses that give you extra MP for taking damage and dealing damage. Some people may be scratching their heads and wondering why I don't have those already. Indeed, I am also scratching my head and wondering why I don't have those already. But I guess it's for wanting higher HP that I have foregone them this far. $95. I want 5 more license points so I can buy that thing for Vaughn there. His pyroclasm or whatever it is. And then, after that happens, then Balthier will be the only one who doesn't have all 3 mischarges. And I'll be able to... Actually, he's got access to all of them. He's got access to the 50 and the 75. The 2 cheapest ones, so as soon as I bank up another, I guess I'll probably purchase the 50. Once I bank up another 50 LP, I'll have all 3 mischarges on him. That should help us with the quickening trophy. Because in my last playthrough, I never got the trophy for having done all of the quickenings in the game. As soon as it was cast, when Balthier was confused, and it did do the trick, it did work. So we're all good there. That's just the confirmation I need to be far less scared of party disintegration on accident. Got Pyroclasm. And with that, we have access to Ninja Swords 3, which is a license we can't use with Vaughn because we're not using two-handed weapons. But we do have access to another battle lore. Yay! Anyhow, that's all 3 of Vaughn's mists right there. And what do we got on, we got 19 more to go for Bosch here. And Bosch will have a lot more HP. But anyhow, I'm gonna start buying those license points that gives my party more MP, because these guys are running dangerously low. And it's time that I optimized how much MP they're actually gaining from combat. It's high time. Let's see. A 30. taking damage. That's a good one. Ash herself will be able to get headsman. In just a minute. Well, it was nice hearing from Daniel Purdom earlier. He's not here anymore, and I don't actually know when he left us. I don't know when he stepped away, but it is getting late. It's 1:16 in the morning, and that's hard for people who aren't third shifters like me. I'm up all night regardless. But I don't hold it against anybody for having to go to bed. Perfectly natural. But I do miss that I didn't get the chance to say goodbye. I would have liked to have, you know, been polite enough to say goodbye to Daniel Purdom if I'd have known that he was going to be leaving. I value all the watchers, especially the commenters. It's just nice to chat with a friend. But this here, I'm pretty sure we're getting close to getting a huge chunk of HP for Bosch. We're like 4 LP away from it. Alright. Asuna, do not attack me. I'm on your team. Licenses, that's what I need. 2 more. There they are. Got 2 more in the field right now. When these guys are gone, we'll get that big HP jump. And we gotta level up. Nice. Alright, licenses. Let's get this out of the way here. Okay, and then I'll be doing like all these small ones, the magic lures, let's see, Inquisitor, gain MP after dealing damage. I think Martyr is in here somewhere too. I haven't already got it. But yeah, basically clearing up all the low-cost accessories and equipments and magic things that I haven't already bought. Headsman there, okay. Yep, so when I see you guys next, we'll be on the other side of the Negalmur fight. We'll have a level 41 across the board male party, and we'll be beefed up with all the license points from that encounter, and we'll finally have some key licenses unlocked so that we'll bring our girls to defeat the trickster. Thanks for watching the episode. If you like what you saw, go ahead, like and subscribe. Hit the notification button, whatever you want to do. All of the attention that you can give to my daughter's channel will make her happy, and it'll make me happy too. So, this is StiltzkinKupo84, signing out for Cat and Fan Gamer TV. Later, guys.